Hi guys. Today's video is about homeostasis. The definition of homeostasis is the tendency to resist change, to maintain a relatively stable internal environment, in response to both internal and external conditions. Homeostasis is a dynamic equilibrium, meaning internal stability is not an absolute, it's constantly adjusting to the change that any system encounter. Each physiological condition has a particular set point, such as the body temperature physiological value, which range between 36 degrees and 37 degrees. When we say maintain a relatively stable internal environment in response to both internal and external, we mean, for example, when a change occurs outside of the body, such as going out in the snow or a Sahara desert. Our body maintains 37 degrees despite of the outside environment by regulating our body. The main mechanism to maintain homeostasis is by negative feedback. Negative feedback is when the body senses any change within the body, and as a result it activates mechanisms so normal physiological value is reached again. This is achieved by automatic control systems, which recognizes changes from optimal conditions, then sends a signal to reverse that change so the levels go back to normal. Automatic control systems have three main components. Receptors, which detect a change such as the raise in temperature. Coordination centers, such as the brain or the spinal cord, which interpret the change and decides what response is needed. And finally effectors, which carry out the change, such as muscles or glands, which releases hormones. Signals are sent by endocrine system and the nervous system. The nervous system is very fast and precise. It sends electrical impulses through nerves so it can respond quickly, such as touching a hot object. However, in the endocrine system, hormones are released into the bloodstream, then travels throughout the body until it reaches to the right receptor and bind to it like lock and key. Therefore, the endocrine system is slower and longer lasting than the nervous system. Let's give some examples of negative feedback. When glucose level is high, the negative feedback acts to decrease glucose levels within the normal range, and when glucose levels is below its normal range, negative feedback will increase it again by using another mechanism. Just like a loop. Another example is temperature. The stimulus is the sun, it increases the body temperature. This will be detected by the brain, which is the control center. The heat loss center in hypothalamus will be activated, and will send signals out which will cause vasodilation of skin blood vessels, to make it wider, thus the body can lose heat. If it's not enough, then sweat glands are activated to secrete sweat, which evaporates and cools the body down. When normal temperature is achieved, the heat loss center shut off by negative feedback. Negative feedback stops the hypothalamus because the body don't need to lose any more heat. Another example of temperature is if the stimulus causes decrease in body temperature, such as going out in the snow, the brain, which is the control center, activates heat-conserving mechanisms in the hypothalamus. The first to be activated is vasoconstriction, a narrowing of blood vessels in the skin. This retains warm blood deeper in your body, minimizing heat loss from the surface of the skin. If this is not enough, the brain activates muscle shivering, which will generate heat. This mechanism will increase body temperature. When body temperature reaches normal levels, there will be a negative feedback to shut the brain and stop the heat-promoting centers. As we mentioned before, it's like a loop. So when the level of something gets too low, the automatic control system bring them back to normal through the negative feedback, and when it gets too high, another control system will bring it down. There is also positive feedback. An example of positive feedback is lactation. When the baby is sucking on the mother's nipple, this will activate mechanoreceptors in the nipple. These receptors will send signals to the brain via neurons, telling the brain's pituitary gland to release two hormones, prolactin and oxytocin. Prolactin is a hormone which stimulates milk production in the breast tissue. Oxytocin is a hormone which stimulates smooth muscle contraction, so the milk produced to be injected out of the nipple and be taken by the baby. This is called positive feedback loop, because nothing is being suppressed, the response is amplified, in the same direction, unlike the negative feedback, which negates the response to maintain internal stability. That's homeostasis. The process of maintaining a stable internal environment. That's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed and we'll see you next time. If you like more of these videos, please subscribe to our channel and don't forget to share. Thank you for watching.